A Merry Christmas, Uncle. God save you.
Bah, humbug.
Christmas? A humbug, Uncle? You don't mean that, I'm sure.
I do. Merry Christmas indeed. What right or reasons have you to be merry? You're poor enough.
What right or reason do you have to be dismal? You're rich enough.
Bah!
Uncle.
Humbug!
Don't be cross, Uncle.
I live in a world of sentimental fools. Merry Christmas. Bah! What's Christmas to you but a time for paying bills without money? A time for finding yourself a year older and not an hour richer. If I could work my will, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with the greatest stake of holly through his heart.
Uncle!
Nephew! Keep Christmas in your own way, and let me keep it in mine.
But you keep it, you don't keep it.
Let me leave it then. What good has it ever done you?
I dare say, Uncle, there are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I have not profited, Christmas being one of them. But I am sure that I have always thought of Christmas as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time, and the only time I know of when men and women seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely and to think of people as if they really were fellow passengers to the grave and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys. And therefore, Uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe it has done me good, and I say God bless it.
Keep out of this, Bob Cratchit. Another word from you, and you'll keep Christmas by losing your situation. You're a powerful speaker, nephew. Perhaps you should go into Parliament.
Don't be angry, Uncle. Come, dine with us tomorrow.
Oh, I'll see you in... My answer is no. Good afternoon.
Uncle, I want nothing from you. I ask nothing of you. Why can't we be friends?
Good afternoon.
I am very sorry, Uncle, with all my heart to find you so resolute. But I'll keep my Christmas humor to the last. So I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Bah!
I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Humbug!
And I wish you a Merry Christmas too, Mr. Cratchit.
And season's greetings to you too, sir.
Good afternoon, nephew. Good afternoon!
And Happy New Year.
Oh, I said good afternoon. Honestly, I don't...
Merry Christmas, Uncle.
Humbug!
Oh, Merry Christmas.
You find something funny, Cratchit?
Not at all, sir.
15 shillings a week? A wife? A family? Talking about Merry Christmas? I'll retire to Bedlam. Oh, what is it now?
Hello, sir. Is this Scrooge and Marley's?
Yes.
Have I the pleasure of addressing Mr. Scrooge or Mr. Marley?
Mr. Marley is dead. He died 7 years ago this very night.
Oh, dear me. Well, I have no doubt that her liberality is well represented by her surviving partner. My card.
Liberality? What is it you want?
Oh, well, at this festive season of the year, Mr. Scrooge, it is usually desirable that we should make some slight provision for the poor and destitute who suffer greatly at this present time. Well, many are in want of common necessities, and hundreds of thousands are in need of common comforts, sir.
Are there no prisons?
Prisons, sir?
And the workhouses, are they still in operation?
Oh, they are. I wish they weren't.
Oh. I was afraid, from what you had just said, that something had stopped their useful course.
Oh, but Mr. Scrooge, you can't think of those institutions that come close to furnishing Christmas cheer of mind or body to the multitude. Which is why a few of us are endeavoring to raise money to buy the poor some food and meat and drink and means of warmth.
Really?
Yes, and we choose this time because it's a time when want is keenly felt and abundance rejoices.
I see.
So, what can I put you down for?
Nothing.
Oh, so you wish to be anonymous?
I wish
Let
to
me
be
see
left alone.
Oh.
I can't afford to make idle people merry. I help support the establishments I mentioned. They cost enough, and those who are badly off must go there.
But many can't go there, Mr. Scrooge, and many more would rather die.
Well, if they would rather die, then they'd better get to it and decrease the surplus population. It's not my business. It's enough for a man to understand his own business and not interfere with other people's. Mine occupies me constantly. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Bah! Humbug! Maybe now we can get to work, eh, Cratchit?
God bless ye, merry gentlemen, let nothing ye dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day to save our souls from Satan's power when we have gone astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy.
Can't work with these infernal noises.
Merry gentlemen, let nothing you dismay. Remember Christ our Savior was born on Christmas Day.
This is a place of business!
From Satan's
Business, not idle candy-coated manure. Go away! Go bother someone else. Go on! Go! Idiots.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yes, I suppose you'll want off all day tomorrow, I suppose, huh?
If quite convenient, sir.
It is not convenient, and is not fair. If I was to start half a crown for it, you'd think yourself ill-used, And yet you don't think me ill-used when I pay a day's wage for no work.
It's only one day a year, sir, and...
Well, it's a poor excuse for picking a man's pocket every 25th of December. But if you must have the whole day, be here all the earlier the next morning.
Yes, sir, I will, thank you.
Now, lock up, Cratchit. I must be off. You'll be here all the later, I'll wager. More carolers. I hope your lungs freeze. Be off with you. Can a man have any peace on his own street? Ah! What was that? The door knocker. It's Marley. How? No. What manner of prank is this? Annoying children in the neighborhood, no doubt. Humbug! Christmas. Humbug! The sooner I get to bed, the better. Mrs. Dilber! Where is that confounded woman? Mrs. Dilber!
Scrooge!
Who's there? Who was that? Just the wind.
Is that you, Mr. Scrooge?
Of course it was me. Who the devil else could it be, Mrs. Dilber? And why were you making those strange sounds?
Strange sound, sir.
Are you deaf? Yes, that's what I said. Why do you plague me so? I have a mind to put you out.
No, please, Mr. Scrooge. I have no place to go, and it's bitter cold, and it's Christmas Eve.
I know. All right. Stop wailing, Mrs. Dilber. Think of the cold before you bedevil me like this.
Oh, please, sir. I'm sure I don't know what you mean, sir.
Look, just get me my slippers, Mrs. Dilber, and when you do, you'll find that... what is that sound?
Scrooge.
Did you hear that, Mrs. Dilber?
Hear what, sir? You mean the breeze?
No, not the breeze, woman, not the breeze. Don't tell me you didn't... Oh, just... never mind.
Yes, sir. I'll never mind, sir. I'll just get your slippers, sir.
Yes. No. Just never mind the slippers. Just go to bed, Mrs. Dilber. I'll get my own slippers.
Yes, sir. I'll go to bed. Good night. And, sir,
Yeah?
Merry Christmas.
Bah! Humbug! Good night, Mrs. Dilber. Finally, some peace. Now, where is my dressing gown? Ah, there. The servants' bell? I'll thrash those children within an inch of their miserable... What? Mrs. Dilber! Ah! The noise! Stop! Stop, I say! What is that? Why, that's coming from the cellar. It's getting nearer. Climbing the stairs. Mrs. Dilber! It's a humbug! Still, I won't believe it! What apparition is this? Glowing, milky white? But I can see through it. Why, it appears to be Marley. That's her wild hair. How now? What have you to do with me? Who are you?
Ask me who I was.
Well, who was you then?
In life, I was your partner, Marley.
Bah.
You don't believe me? Why do you doubt your senses?
Because the senses are affected by the smallest triviality. A slight disorder of the stomach causes it to lie. You may be a bit of undigested beef, a crumb of cheese, a fragment of underdone potato. There's more gravy than the grave about you. Whatever you are. Mercy, dreadful apparition, why do you trouble me?
Do you believe in me or not?
I do. I must. But why do spirits walk the earth? And why come to me?
It is required of mankind that the spirit within us should walk abroad among our fellow men and travel far and wide. And if the spirit goes not forth to heaven, it is condemned to walk so after death and witness what it cannot share.
No, Marley. Marley, no. Just, can you sit?
I can.
What a lengthy chain. Tell me, why are you fettered by them?
It is the chains I forged in life. I made it link by link, yard by yard. I made it and wore it of my own free will.
It's horrible.
Its pattern is strange to you. If you could only see the weight and the length of the one you bear yourself. It was as heavy and as long as this 7 Christmas Eves ago. It is a ponderous chain.
Marley, my dear Marley, please speak comfort to me.
I have none to give. I cannot rest. I cannot stay. I cannot linger anywhere. My spirit never walked beyond this counting house.
But you were always a good woman of business, Marley.
Business. Mankind should have been my business. Hear me. My time is nearly gone.
I will.
I am here tonight to warn you that you have a chain, though much longer. But you have a hope of escaping my fate, Ebeneezer.
You were always a good friend to me, Marley.
You will be haunted by 3 spirits tonight.
Is that the hope and chance that you mentioned?
It is.
I think I'd rather not.
Without their visits, you cannot hope to shun the path I tread. Expect the first one tomorrow, when the bell tolls 1.
First, well, couldn't I take them all at once and have it done?
Expect the second an hour later, and the third an hour after that. Look to me, no more. And remember what has passed between us. Come. Look out your window.
The street is filled with phantoms, like Marley. They all wear chains. Marley? Marley, come back. Wait, Marley, come back. Oh, they have faded. Bah! Just a bad morsel of food. I'll be better in the morning. Yeah. That's the church bell. It's about to strike the hour. Oh dear, was that a dream or not? What time is it? I'm blinded. Such a brilliant light. Coming from a child yet. A child. Her hair is white with age. Are you the spirit whose coming was foretold me?
I am.
Who and what are you?
I am the ghost of Christmas past.
Long past?
No, your past, Ebeneezer.
What business brings you here?
Your welfare.
I'm very much obliged to you. Though a night's rest would have been very much appreciated.
Take heed.
Why do you take my arm?
Rise and walk with me.
But you rise to the ceiling. I am yet but mortal. I'm liable to fall.
Bear but a touch of your hand upon mine, and you shall be upheld in more than this.
That wall, we went right through it. And yet I feel not cold at all. Yet this is not the city. Good heaven, this place. I was a boy here. Oh, this was so long ago.
You recollect the way.
Remember it. I could walk it blindfold.
Strange to have forgotten. For so many years. Let's go on.
Yes, I remember this road. Ahead there is the town, and there is the church, and the river, and the bridge, and the boys coming in from the fields.
These are but shadows of the things that have been. They have no consciousness of us. Do you recollect that school? There. It's not quite deserted. A solitary child, neglected by his friends, is left there still.
I remember. 'Tis so quiet. Not even enough of a fire to crackle. All of the other boys have gone home for the holidays.
Dear brother, I have come to bring you home. Yes, you get to come home, Ebeneezer. Home, little fawn? Yes, home for good. Father is so much kinder than he used to be. He spoke gently to me one night, so that I was not afraid to ask him once more if you might come home. And he said, yes, you should, and you are never to come back here again. We are all to be together all Christmas long and have the merriest time in all the world.
You're a quite young woman, little fawn.
Come on, let's go.
Always a delicate creature.
To their fathers, crying out to their fathers. This boy is ignorance. This girl is want. Beware of them both.
And must you carry them always? Have they no refuge or resources?
Are there no prisons? Are there no workhouses?
Spirit! Don't leave me here!
Are there no prisons?
Alone!
Are there no workhouses?
Alone! Spirit! Don't leave me here! Alone! Spirit! I am alone. I am alone. But I am not alone. Am I in the presence of the ghost of Christmas yet to come? Have you no face or form save that black garment that you wear? You are about to show me shadows of things that have not happened, but will happen in the time before us. Is that so, Spirit? Ghost of the future, I fear you more than any other specter I've seen. But I know that your purpose is to do me good, and I hope to live to be another man from what I was. I am prepared to bear your company and do it with a thankful heart. Will you not speak to me? Lead on. Lead on then, spirit. The night is waning fast, and it is precious time to me, I know. Lead on, spirit. Why, we are near Scrooge and Marley, are we not? I know these people. They own a business nearby.
No, I don't know much about it. Either way, I only know he's dead.
When did he die?
Last night, I believe.
What was the matter with him? I thought he'd never die.
Lord knows.
What has he done with his money?
I haven't heard. Probably left it to the company, perhaps. He hasn't left it to me, that's all I know. It's likely to be a very cheap funeral, for upon my life, I don't know anybody who would go to it. Suppose we make up a party and volunteer.
Don't mind going, as long as I'm fed. I'll make an appearance if lunch is provided. Goodbye.
Bye.
Who is the dead man they speak of, spirit? I know it cannot be Marley, for your province is the future. Where are we now? Well, I don't recognize this part of town, the narrow alleyways, the filth. Is this a pawn shop?
Come in. Come into the parlor, Maggie. I see you have his belongings. Bring him in.
Right. Who's the worst for a loss of a few things like these? Not a dead man, I suppose.
No, indeed. Finally dead, is he?
Dead as a door knocker. Looky here, what I got, old Joe?
Let's see. Sheets, towel, a little wearing apparel, well worn. 2 old-fashioned teaspoons, a pair of sugar tongs, some old boots. I'll just add that up. I always give too much to the ladies. It's a weakness of mine.
Now undo this little bundle, Joe.
Oh, it's heavy enough. You're a strong woman to have carried this, Maggie. And what do you make of this?
Bed curtains.
You don't mean you took him down, rings and all, with him lying there?
I do, and why not?
And his blankets?
Yes. Who else do you think? He isn't likely to take a cold without them, I dare say.
I hope he didn't die of catching anything, hey?
Now, don't you go being afraid of that. He died in his sleep. Old, mean, spirited man. And look at his shirt. It's a fine one, too. They'd have wasted it if it hadn't been for me.
Wasted it? What do you mean?
Old Mrs. Dilber put it on to be buried in, of course, but I took it off again. Can't look any uglier one way or another, I'll wager. That's the end of it, you see.
Spirit, I see. I see the case of this unhappy man might be my own. My life tends that way now, I know. Merciful heaven, what is this? Why, this is my room, stripped bare, and under that meager sheet on the bed is... No, I want to lift it, but I cannot. Spirit, this is a fearful place. I'm leaving it. But I shall not leave this lesson. Trust me. Now let us go. Let me see some tenderness connected with the death or of that dark chamber, spirit, which we left just now, will be forever present with me. Why, we are at Bob Cratchit's house. The place is very quiet, even while his large family sits around the fire.
I cannot do this needlework. It makes my eyes weak by candlelight, and I wouldn't show weak eyes to your father when he comes home, for the world must be near his time.
Pastor, rather. I think he's walking a little slower than he used to these last few evenings, Mother.
I have known him to walk with Tiny Tim on his shoulder, very fast indeed.
And so have I often.
And so have I.
Tiny Tim was light to carry, and his father loved him so that it was no trouble at all. Ah, here is your father at the door. Come, sit down. Come, sit down, dear. Your tea is there by the fire, Robert.
My, you've been busy. Your needlework is quite lovely. You'll be done before Sunday, I expect.
Sunday? You went today then, Robert?
Yes, my dear. I wish you could have gone. It would have done you good to see how green the place is, but you'll see it often. I promised him that I would walk there on Sunday. My little child. I saw Mr. Scrooge's nephew on the street today. He's such a kind man. He marked that I looked just a little down and inquired what happened to distress me. I told him. I'm heartily sorry for it, Mr. Cratchit, he said, and heartily sorry for your good wife. How he knew that, I didn't know.
Knew what, my dear?
Why, that you were a good wife.
Everyone knows that.
Well observed, my boy. Scrooge's nephew gave me his card saying, if I can be of service to you in any way, this is where I live. Pray, come with us and see me. It really seems as if he had known Tiny Tim and felt with us.
I'm sure he is a very good soul.
I'm sure that none of us will ever forget poor Tiny Tim, shall we? Or this first parting that there was among us.
Never, Father.
And I know that when we recollect how patient and mild he was, although he was a little child, we shall not quarrel easily ourselves and forget poor Tiny Tim in doing so.
Spectre, something tells me that our parting moment is at hand. I know it, but I know not how. Tell me, what man was that whom we saw lying dead? This is a graveyard. Before I draw near to that tombstone to which you point, answer me one question. Are these the shadows of things yet to be? Or the shadows of things that will be? Or the shadows of things that may be only? Spirit, I'm afraid. Must I look and see who is buried there? Ebeneezer Scrooge. Am I the man that lay upon that bed? No, Spirit, no! No, Spirit, hear me! I am not the man that I was! It will not be the man that I must have been. Assure me that I may yet change these shadows that you have shown me in my altered life. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will not shut out the lessons that you teach. Oh, tell me that I may sponge away the writing on this headstone. Oh, Spirit, Spirit. I'm in bed. I'm in my own bed. There is the door by which the ghost of Marley entered. There is the corner where the ghost of Christmas present sat. There is the window where I saw the wandering spirits. Well, it's all right. It's all true. It happened. And it's morning. I best get up. Yes, I will live in the past, present, and the future. The spirit of all shall strive within me. Oh, Marley, heaven and most of all, Jesus be praised for this. I say it on my knees, old Marley. On my knees. The shadow of things that would have been may be dispelled. They will be. They are. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know what day of the month it is. I don't know how long I've been among the spirits. I don't know anything. I am quite a baby. Never mind. I don't care. I'd rather be a baby. Hello. Hello there. Hello there. I'll ask someone. Boy, you down there. Yes, you. What's today?
Eh?
What's the day, my fine fellow?
Today? Why, it's Christmas Day.
It's Christmas Day. I haven't missed it. Oh, God has done all of this in one night. Thank you. Hello, my boy. Hello there.
Hello.
Do you know the poulterers in the next street at the corner?
I should hope I do.
Oh, what an intelligent boy, a remarkable boy. Do you know whether they've sold the prize turkey that's hanging in the window? Not the little prize turkey, but the big one.
The one as big as me?
What a delightful boy. What a pleasure to talk to him. Yes, my buck.
It's hanging there now.
Is it? Oh, go and buy it.
Should I get you some pudding and pie as well?
No. I'm in earnest. Go and buy it with this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and tell them to bring it here first, and I'll give them directions to where to take it next. Come back with the man, and I'll give you a shilling. Come back in less than 5 minutes, and I'll give you half a crown.
Yes, sir.
I'll send it to Bob Cratchit's. He shan't know who sends it. It's twice the size of Tiny Tim. Oh, I don't know what to do. I'm light as a feather. I'm happy as an angel. I'm merry as a schoolboy. I'm as giddy as a schoolgirl. Merry Christmas to everybody, and a Happy New Year to all the world. Mrs. Dilber, where is that blessed woman?
Coming, Mr. Scrooge.
Good morning, Mrs. Dilber.
Oh, good morning to you, sir.
Mrs. Dilber, do you know what day it is?
What day it is, sir? Well, it can't help itself, sir. It's Christmas Day, sir.
It can't help itself. You are a poet, Mrs. Dilber.
Oh, don't make fun of me, Mr. Scrooge.
Oh, glorious fun, by God. Thank God. Come here, Mrs. Dilber.
Oh, don't hurt me, Mr. Scrooge.
No, my dear. No. Tell me. How long have you worked for me?
Well, I'd say 7 years, give or take, and then some.
7 years. All you've done is give, and all I've done is take.
Are you feeling all right, Mr. Scrooge?
I've never felt better. Did I ever, in all those years, have I ever given you a gift?
A what?
A gift, a present, something to show my appreciation to you.
I ain't never asked for nothing, Mr. Scrooge.
No, indeed you have not. I know, my dear woman, I know. And that's why I want you to take this.
Mr. Scrooge, sir, you must have made a mistake. This is a solid gold coin, sir.
I've made many mistakes, and I mean to make up for them one by one. This is no mistake at all. I mean to call you my friend. May I call you that, Mrs. Dilber?
Call me what, Mr. Scrooge?
May I call you my friend?
Why, sure you can, sir.
We shall make this our Christmas tradition. Now, go and find me my best Christmas shirt, Mrs. Dilber. Oh, here's the turkey. Hello. How are you? Merry Christmas. It's impossible to carry such a large bird to Camden Town. You must have a cab. This is for the turkey, and this is for the cab, and this is for you. Now, to get my hat, I'll be off. Good morning, sir. Merry Christmas to you. Good morning, ma'am. Merry Christmas. Very happy Christmas. Oh, why, that gentlewoman over there was at the counting house yesterday, asking for a contribution to the poor. My dear madam, how do you do? I hope you succeeded yesterday. It was very kind of you. Merry Christmas to you, ma'am.
Mr. Scrooge?
Allow me to ask your pardon. And if you will have the goodness to accept this.
Oh, Lord bless me. My dear Mr. Scrooge, are you serious?
If you please, not a farthing less.
Oh.
A great many back payments will be included in it, I assure you. Will you do me that favor?
My dear sir, I don't know what to say. Well, it's such a large contribution.
Don't say anything, please. Just come and see me, will you? Will you come and see me?
Yes, oh, thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Scrooge.
Thank you. No, I'm much obliged to you. I thank you 50 times. Bless you.
Bethlehem was born the Son of God by name.
Bless my soul.
It is I, your Uncle Scrooge. I have come to dinner. Will you let me in, Fred?
Why, dear uncle, of course. Everyone, Uncle Scrooge is here.
I can't wait for Bob Cratchit to come in late this morning. Oh, I see him coming down the street. Cratchit! Cratchit!
Yes, sir. Mr. Scrooge, sir.
What do you mean by coming in here 8 minutes past the hour?
I'm very sorry, sir. I am behind in my time.
Yes, you are. Step into my office this instant.
Oh, please, sir. I'll make it up for you. I'll work beyond my time. I will.
Enough of that confounding mumbling, Cratchit. How long have you worked for me?
7 years, sir.
And have I ever given you a raise, Cratchit? A bonus? Or anything like that?
Just working for you is enough. Sir, I've never complained.
Well, it's high time I gave you this.
No, sir, whatever shall I do? My family, my wife.
Read it out loud.
Bob Cratchit, you are hereby given notice that as of today, your wage will be increased to triple what it is now. I can't read it. Wait, what?
Read it again. I want to hear you say that. Louder, with joy.
Bob Cratchit, you are hereby given notice as today your wage will be increased to triple what it is now.
That's right. It's true. I'm going to give you back pay as far as 4 years ago when you should have been given a raise. Does that suit you?
Mr. Scrooge, I can hardly believe my senses.
Cratchit, that is one thing you must believe your senses. And my young friend, we shall discuss it all over lunch. I'm going to tell you what God did for me last night. It is a miracle. A miracle. I'm taking you to the finest establishment this side of town today.
Mr. Scrooge, I'm overcome. I don't know what to say.
Oh, you deserve it, my good man. And more. I want to especially help with Tiny Tim. You will let me help, won't you, my friend?
Why, yes, Mr. Scrooge. I'd be honored and appreciate your aid more than words can express.
My friend, you do me the honor of allowing me to help you. This is living. This is what it's all about. Merry Christmas!
And God bless us, everyone.
Bye.